Okay, so I've done so much this week, I'm not exactly sure where to start, but I'll try and get through it all as quickly as I can. So, I've redesigned the level. The AI in here hasn't really changed any. The humans, I have made it so that now the shields are deleted once you kill them, because before the shields were staying on the floor. You can still pick them up from their inventory, that's not a problem. Um, I've fixed the bug with the boss here, where well, I say I fixed it. I should have fixed it. He shouldn't be able to heal more than once per stage anymore. So if I play from here, pick up the sword, quickly equip it, uh, then knock him down. There we go. He goes heals straight away. He'll fall back down and change on to the next magic type. And then the second I get him to being able to need to heal again, he should teleport, heal, teleport back, and then use next type of magic. So he's now much more smooth with his teleports. Um, I still need to work on his magic a bit. So once I've done next hit, he'll teleport, he'll come back down, pull out his sword, and apparently finish off the magic that he was casting beforehand. And then I'll have to double check that. He shouldn't have got that one last healing, but um, he's also got a second sword now. Still only one sword inside, but it's an improvement on what it was. So now the new areas are the outdoors areas. So I did have a boss at the end last time, but now I've got minion snakes. There's a few bugs, so you can press E to loot them, and they will give gold. The rest don't have anything on them at the moment. I want to create an item to basically be like snake skins and stuff like that. So then you've got these snakes, which are ranged snakes. As you can see, they do less magic damage than the humans, but they still stagger you, which can cause issues. So then you should just kill all these. They don't have skeletons at the moment, so they can just roll around. You can press E to loot them, but it won't take anything off them because there's nothing there. So then we'll just carry on through here. Yeah, so the snakes don't do damage if you don't move, if it's in melee. It's the same with the enemies afterwards. I was just seeing if you could take a shortcut. So these ones will be moving around before you get here, or there should have been. Some of them don't seem to be moving. So yeah, if you move into them, they will still be able to bite you. And as you can see, there's one that uses magic. If I heal up so I don't die. If I get close, it will start biting. I will have to fix that because when it changes its logic, if the magic is activated, apparently it doesn't get rid of it. And then the Snyder has animation now. That's not thanks to me, that is thanks to someone else that got to do the animations for me. It's just a quick, simple animation. So the Snyder now has set phases for all of its magic. Okay, so if we try not to die. Yeah, this is a little bug that I've got at the moment. You can kind of get into the gap between its head and its body, and you can't get out. As you can see, it does fire its different magics at you. That was it trying to bite. And then, so now it should start doing two things at once. So yeah, if it does darkness, it'll do an attack straight afterwards. I'll see if I can get out. There we go. So now it's doing two magic at once. If it hits you with darkness, as I said, it will. Oh, there we go. Oh well. So yeah, there's a few bugs, as you can see. I will have to try and fix the way that that works. But yeah, so I will grab the sword, and so the final stage of the boss, the Snyder boss, it starts biting you with all five of its heads. So if we just go to about there and play from here, I'll grab the sword, and this. So the third area is spiders, but these are just like very squishy spiders, that unfortunately do not have like animations again. Uh, Animations will be added as soon as I can. I can't give a date on that. So you've got a few spiders dotted around, and they come in groups because they're squishy, but they also do barely any damage to you. But then that means I can have bigger groups, like we've got here. There's two big groups that have basically a beta spider. I've just called it a mass spider. The reason the betas is because the alpha is the boss, is the idea. So they can use magic. I believe these ones are just magic, they don't bite, yeah. Unlike the beta snake. So if we go through to here, it does take a while to get around my map. I'm tempted to shrink it because originally it was all going to be outside, but then I kept the melee enemies inside because they're humans, the original enemies even. So this is a mass spider. I'm going to rename it because the other one's a mass spider. But if you get close, it will start biting you. Usually it'll only bite you if you're human. Yeah. If you're moving. But yeah, so the enemies are all using the same blueprint. It's just checks whether they're humanoid or not humanoid. It's a little boolean that you can check when you first load them up to how their logic works, but it's all on the same blueprint, whether they basically try and draw a sword or not. So this is the final boss. It's a spider. It tries to bite you. I'll see if, yeah, there we go. So it can bite you. It does quite a lot of damage. But after 4 hits, what it does is it runs to these trees and climbs the trees and shoots you with webbing. Now, if it'll try 3 times, so it goes up into the tree, locks onto you, fires 3 webs, which are quite easy to dodge, and then it'll come back down and start its next phase of attacking you. At the moment, it is a bit buggy. It goes back to where it was stood before it'll come attack you again. And it's still doing the exact same attack. I've just spent most of today trying to get this going up to the tree and shooting webbing at you working. So it'll go up the tree, and then if I let it hit me, I can't move because I've been webbed, and then it'll jump at me so it can attack me. But it goes back to where it was before it went up there. So again, it's something that I need to fix. So again, next part of its health, it will go up the tree, and it'll try and shoot 3 webs at me. I was going to dodge, but I went. So I need to make it so if you're entangled, you can't dodge as well. And I was going to make it so that it's more visible by putting a visual effect on the player. So once the crystal spider can bite you, yeah, it turns into a hot air balloon afterwards. Once it can bite you, it will be more of a problem, especially when it launches itself at you when you're entangled. And that's everything that I've done this week. Most of it was a case of making this landscape and well, making the non-humanoid enemies all using the same blueprints as the enemies in here. And the magic spider is using billboards in its own thing. It just attaches them at the beginning to be able to know where the location is. So this is customizable. You can set it up depending on what your boss room looks like. And that's everything. Sorry it took so long, but I have been busy this week.